Hey, how are you guys? Hold on. This my mic seems very quiet. That's a good start. Let's check. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I think it's just using the wrong one. Okay, just give me a moment. I will fix this. Where is the microphone? Well, it is saying it's using the default one, but that's clearly not true. Hold on. What is happening? Check the old control panel. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Nice. I just had to tell my PC for God knows how manyth time to not use the built-in microphone of my 2010 webcam that I bought for 10 euros. Not sure why it would forget, but hey ho, here we are. Yeah, everything seems to be in order now, I think. Let me just listen to it myself real quick. Just to make sure. Okay. It's all good, hey no Joe. How you doing? How was your Christmas? It was something. That's good or bad, I don't know. Monitor broken, I had to get a new cheap one. Damn. That sucks. I myself like to avoid this problem by only buying cheap monitors. I don't think I've ever paid more than $100 for one. But funnily enough, I actually did buy something during Christmas. Which if you guys, if you've been here a while, you know that's pretty rare. You know it's pretty rare when I buy something other than food. This guy just couldn't make up his fucking mind. Yeah, no, I bought a tablet. Saw a Lenovo Tab Pro on sale on Christmas. Just $250. So I got one, because normally that same model costs like $380 at least. I bought it with money that I made investing, which basically makes me the Wolf of Wall Street, I think. Feeling fancy, aren't we? I know, right? Although, to be fair, it was mainly for, you know, work. Do I still have my Nvidia stocks? Wait, do I? I haven't checked my stocks in a while. Nvidia stocks over doubled since you bought them. Oh yeah, I think I cashed out once they had gone up by like 60%. Which, to be fair, I only put like, what, $20 in them? So it wasn't that much, but, you know, money's money. You know, just bringing that up because it's kind of funny that my tablet now has a far better screen than either of my PC monitors. You know, I got a 1080p main monitor. This is like a low latency, whatever the hell that I bought like 7 years ago.
Looking good, boss. I'll be here.
Like an old Asus that I got for like $100. Then on my left I have like a 1920 by 1200 on the left. It's like an old, I think, image editing monitor. It's got like real good colors and shit. But I don't use it as my main monitor because there is like a 10 millisecond delay, so it's kinda that's a bit too much. But yeah, you know, just for comparison's sake, my tablet now has a 3K 144Hz screen. That's like a whole... hold up, I gotta do math. I can't do math. I can't do that much math at this time of the day. Well, whatever, it's 1,000 pixels more on the horizontal axis than the one that I'm playing this game on. And you know, it's not exactly like a small screen either. It's the biggest Android tablet I could find. Or at least, you know, at least in the like 200 to 300 euro price range. 12.7 inches.
Everything okay? Stay safe, boss.
That thing is fucking crisp. Almost as crisp as 1080, that's true. Also, somehow AMD stocks right now cost more than Nvidia. Really? Huh. That's weird. I guess those data center deals have paid off for them. AMD is 232, Nvidia is 182. That's unexpected. Why have you done this to me? You have reawakened... You reawakened in me my internal rage about the lack of 3K monitors. That's kind of a good point, you know, that those don't seem to be a thing at all. Because I think that a big, like, kind of ideal. You know, for like a 30... Like a 27 to 30 inch screen. Which I realistically should get because, I mean... I'm an old man and my eyes are getting worse. You know, seeing a small text on this fucking 24-inch screen is getting kinda... You know, not difficult necessarily, but... I'm noticing a difference to like 5 years ago. So I should probably upgrade sometime in the near future as well. Man, I gotta start making money, I swear to God. I gotta buy a new GPU before those things cost like $1 billion per unit. And you don't even get VRAM. I probably need to get a new power supply because I'm kind of worried. The current one that I have is kind of fucking old. You know, this power supply that I'm using right now is actually, like, I think 4 years older than the rest of the computer. This was in my old one, and I was just like, yeah, you know, it works. It works just fine. I'ma just put it in the new one too. Gonna save me $50. Not the best idea, admittedly. But hey, it's worked this far, so whatever. I was kinda thinking about getting a mechanical keyboard last year, but wouldn't you fucking know it's Santa Claus fucking dropped one in my lap? That's right, if you can hear this, I don't know if you can, you probably can because it's very loud. That's a brand spanking new Logitech mechanical keyboard. How about that? It's fucking smooth. It's fucking polished. Also, do let me know if it's like too loud. I mean, this thing do be clacking. Anyways, where was I? Oh, that's a big tablet. Yeah, I was gonna... You know, I knew 12.7 inches were... That was pretty big. Because other reasons, but or so I've been told, but you know, when I got the thing, I was still kinda shocked. Damn, this thing... This thing's like a goddamn small TV or something. Like, I could comfortably watch a movie on this thing. That's pretty fucking cool. I don't know why everybody suddenly stopped making, like, big tablets, but... I'm glad Lenovo didn't. You know, sure, it's like a... Chinese company. Which you probably know how I feel about those. But hey, you know, nobody else was selling, like... anything bigger than 11 inches, so... There you go. That's why they got my business. If you have the money, there's a new 6K gaming monitor. Is there even a GPU that could run like... I don't know, Battlefield 6 at 6K? Does that even exist? Hard-working PSU. Yeah, a lot of the components in my old PC are pretty hard-working because they're still in use. You know, the PSU still inside my current computer. The CPU is... Yeah, I think my sister has it currently. Because my siblings and I were just like a Congo line of fucking hermit crabs. We just passed down fucking PC components. My sister gets the oldest ones because she, like, cares the least about gaming. Speaking of which, I was also passed down one. My brother got a new CPU, so he gave his Ryzen 7 5700X for, you know, to me, for Christmas. Which, I mean, is, sure, it's been used for like 2 years. But that's still like a pretty expensive CPU used. That's like $100. Here's the unfortunate news though, it's not inside my PC yet because when I put it in, my PC just didn't boot. Just nothing. Dead silence. No lights, no fans, nothing. Which I think might be because there was some grey shit on the pins. I think there might be some thermal paste on there. I'm not sure though, because, you know, CPU pins are pretty fucking small. And once again, my eyesight is not ideal. You know, not bad, but like, not good either. But I took a picture of it on my phone, which has a very good camera. I zoomed in. There seemed to be some grey shit on there. I couldn't get it to come off though, so I'm not sure. I'll have to get some isopropyl alcohol and some toothpicks, I assume. That's how I've been told I should clean it. But as far as I know, you know, when my brother still had it like a month ago, it was still working. Although that CPU has kind of been damaged before. Like when my brother installed it first time, he kind of bent some pins. And he bent them back into position with like a mechanical pencil or something. So, you know, it might be dead. Which is sad, but then again, you know, my current CPU also just seems fine. $59 is a 4K card these days. Man. Yeah, no, I was looking at, you know, potential new GPUs. Around like the 300-400 euro price range that I could maybe buy once I get some form of employment, hopefully. And I think I've kind of settled on 2 options on the red team. I think I'll either get a Radeon RX, shit, what was it? 9060 XT, I think it was. These naming conventions are getting kinda confusing. So that's like my budget option. The next one from that, I guess, would be the 9070 or 9700 XT. I don't remember how it goes. I think the 9070 is the next one, because I think they just started copying NVIDIA. Yeah, you know, the price between those is kinda steep. There's kind of a steep difference. I think the cheapest 9060 XT was 310. While the cheapest 9070 was, I wanna say 650. So depending on what kind of work I get, I'm probably getting one of those 2. Maybe your PSU can keep up. No, I mean the 5700X. It actually uses less power than my current one. Shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Or motherboard. No, motherboard should be fine too. I mean, I checked everything. I did my homework, I updated my BIOS. I even tried doing like a CMOS reset. Yeah, no, nothing. I mean, if it was like a motherboard issue, I think there would be like a CPU warning light. But, you know, there was just nothing, which would indicate that there is a, you know, something's blocking the conductivity of the pins, or the fucking thing's broken, either one. I hope it's just, you know, the thermal paste that may or may not be on the pins. I don't know though. I guess I'll find out once I actually clean the thing. Somebody's flying a blimp. Soft toothbrush can clean it. Just be very careful. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm gonna go to the mall one of these days when it's hopefully not -30. Because the mall is like a 40-minute walk away. Gonna get some isopropyl alcohol. Gonna get a soft toothbrush and some toothpicks. And I'm gonna try to clean it because it would be kind of a shame. Be kind of a shame if it actually... if I couldn't get it to work, you know. ...4K's 8.3 million pixels, 5K's 14.7, 6K's 20.4 million. Yeah, that's a lot of pixels. 9060 XT and then 9070 and 9070 XT, yeah, they're copying NVIDIA. Which, you know, whatever. I don't mind it, to be honest, you know, it's kinda... Their naming conventions have been kind of shit for the last... forever. So by all means, just copy NVIDIA, I mean, it's just numbers. I would prefer it if they just called them like, oh, this is the, I don't know, RX 9.2 and 9.1, like 9-1. I don't know why we gotta put those thousands in there. Anyways, let's check out this time trial. I think we've tried to do this before. Unsuccessfully. But I want to try it again because I seem to be low on funds again. Because last time I bought a fucking Ferrari. You plugged the CPU fan. Right, I assume you did, but gotta double check. Yeah, I didn't even take it out. Cable is long. So I just kinda had it resting on the fucking case. Yeah, no, I don't think I missed anything. I mean, I checked everything with my brother too. I mean, he's more of a PC builder than I am. He builds a new one every like 2-3 years. Mine are in use for a bit longer usually. This current one I built just over 6 years ago. The one before that was in use for 7 years. I don't think I'm gonna exactly build a completely new one yet, but some upgrades might be necessary. Because, you know, again, shit's getting old. Why? You know, which is fine as far as, like, I don't know, the CPU goes. The motherboard, I mean, those aren't terribly expensive. But, like, if my GPU breaks, like, a year from now, when like a new GPU it costs more than a fucking car. Or well, I mean GPUs already cost more than most cars. But like a new car, you know? You know, that would be kind of unfortunate if I suddenly, you know, got like a fucking 5,000 euro expense that I have to get in order to be able to work. That would kind of suck. So I think I should probably buy a new one sooner rather than later. Although if I don't, like, find a job, as it currently stands, if my PC breaks, I'm probably just gonna... I'm just gonna be forced to, like, work on my laptop. And my tablet also. That's probably what I would end up doing. Just doing, like... fucking... like, shitty programmer grunt work. Until I can afford a new one. Yes, I'll write some Roblox scripts for you for 25 bucks. Why not? Because the job market is also destroyed, so that's fun. Isn't that such a fun coincidence? Job market is absolutely fucking destroyed. And also, like, everything's, like, at least twice as more expensive than they were, like, 5 years ago. And that's very cool. Buying a GPU this late in the gen, you sure you don't want to wait for the next gen? It's like a year away. Well, I mean, there's my point again. You know, a year from now, GPUs might be like $5 bazillion. So yeah, I don't really want to wait. Don't you dare disrespect my beloved 7900, 7900 GRE, 7900 XT, 7900 XTX. Yup, that makes things so clear. Ah, my foolish ass was about to buy the XT instead of the XT, XTX, TX, TX. How silly of me. Motherboard price have gotten wild. Have they? God damn it. How much would a new one be at the moment? Like something that could replace my current one. Like a brand spanking new AM4. Which I guess is last generation, but whatever. I don't know, I'm seeing like 69, nice. 77, 90, 93, 95. But I'm guessing the new ones are a bit more expensive. Well, I mean, cheapest B650 is 99. That's fine. Oh, somebody blew me up. Whilst I was checking the economy. Oh well, here I go killing again. Let's see if he runs away or if he tries to do it again.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance. I'll do my best.
No. To be fair, RAM costs more than a used car. Yeah, does. Gonna write cheats for Roblox games. I mean, that's one. That's one way of making money. That I'm probably gonna like end up doing if I don't find an actual job. That's pretty much, you know, that's like the bottom of the barrel kind of thing that you find on like freelance sites. Write a Roblox script for me, please. Nope. He didn't blow up. Why not? Why didn't he blow up? Huh? Nope. Not quite brave enough to take me face to face. That's not that surprising. Might be a little bit rusty, so I probably gonna warm up a little bit. Come on, boy. Don't be scared. It's just a minigun. Motherboards used to be sub 100, now you're looking at 120, 140 for a low feature M4 one. Yeah, no, most of them were less than 100. You know, this is kind of my least favorite type of player to fight. The ones who are just kind of too scared to actually do it. Why would you be scared of dying in a video game? Ooh, my KD gets ruined. Ooh. So. This isn't a fucking esports league. Come back here, you fucking fat pussy. Oh well. Guess we'll just go have to go find them.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around.
What should it be? APC maybe? Maybe thruster, that'd be kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'll go with Trusty. Trusty APC. What was the car that guy was driving though? He seemed kind of indestructible. Is it just like a very armored supercar, or is he doing something fishy? The RAM shortage is a temporary issue. There is no shortage of materials, just the manufacturing is really slow and most companies have back-ordered most RAM that will be made in the next few years. Yep. What a fun economy we live in. Ain't it? Got an artificial RAM shortage because a bunch of companies have bought RAM that doesn't exist yet for you know, data centers that haven't been built. Which of course will be powered by power infrastructure that doesn't exist yet. To supply a demand that does not exist. Yeah, with money they don't have. All kinds of fun stuff. Gone. Come on. Where we go? Come on. Don't be so scared, son. It's just one real quick explosion. But once it crashes and burns, we will have affordable PCs again. Oh yeah. Once the AI industry finally collapses, then the market's gonna be flooded with used parts from these fucking shit data centers. And all kinds of other failed AI startups. Prices will be nice and low. Why is this boy running? Come on now, come back here. Let's make this quick. I got tea to drink. Do I have to get the plane? Huh? Did he change direction? He did. Did he finally change his mind? Are we gonna play? No, he fucking jumped off. God damn it. Now it's down there. Fucking cops, get out of the way. I don't have time for this, man, come on. Come on, a tank. Foul. No, not quite enough. No, I guess we'll just have to go down there. Unless I could use like a police car as a jump. Which might work. What is he doing down there though? Is he like getting a fucking compressor or something? No, I think he's in the water. What is this guy doing? Nope, almost. Almost, come on. Yep, come on, come on. What a strange plan. Yes, come on, come on. Beep. Yes. Oh yeah, here we are. Where's this guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, is there actually like a landing place here somewhere? Can I actually get on ground? Oh no, he's getting in a helicopter, I think. Yeah, that's good. There he goes. Nice. Thanks for the bounties, I guess. was only $1,000. Sad. Alright, Pinhead, now you're on foot. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Rusty as hell. Well, where the fuck did it go now? I managed to disappear. Hello? No? Oh, I see. I see, he's still a pussy. Well, this is a nice place to spawn. Yeah, come and kill me with your tank now, idiot. Oh yeah, there it is. What's wrong? Can't your little laser reach me? No, that one. Ooh, there he goes. Running away again. I'm starting to think this guy's not very good. Put this goddamn ship in the way, I'm trying to shoot a person. Here is he. Why are you hiding, son? Come on. Let's have us a little sniper battle. May the best man win. Yeah, this guy's fucking useless. He's in the water, he's trying to steal my tank. It's locked, you fucking idiot. Oop. What happened? Did it disappear? How unfortunate. The biggest reason for RAM shortages, companies refuse to build more machines to make RAM in bigger amounts because last I checked machines cost like 400 million each for the last gen and 800 million each for the new gen. You need to buy factories and the land for those factories and hire employees and buy materials and 8 months ish to produce RAM. Yup. Making computer parts is very, very expensive. But apparently Asus is actually planning to enter the RAM market to fill those gaps. Hopefully that means they'll actually sell to the consumers and they just, you know, they're not just trying to like cash in on the whole AI thing again. That was a rumor and Asus denied the rumors. Why would you make a rumor bot? God damn it. People suck, man. Hey, here's some hope. Never mind, it was a lie. Oh, gee, thanks. Oh, the boy got his oppressor. Of course. When all else fails and you have no skills, worry not, the oppressor is here. Instead of shoot him down. Oh, actually hit him is gonna be so fun. was close. Yep, this is what we're doing now. It's fun, you know, it's kinda like skeet shooting. Except the skeet is piloted by a mentally unstable person. Ooh, that's close. Come on, slow down again, slow down again. That was very nice when you did that, do it again. Almost, come on. So many near misses. Would be nice if it weren't so fucking laggy. Can't have everything, I suppose. Right, where did they go? Come back here, you sons of guns, I wasn't done sniping you. Man. What a frustrating person. Just let me kill you. What's the big deal? Also, that's what happens when one company builds all the machines everyone relies on. They get to make whatever price they want. Yeah. So who knows, maybe this will stoke some competition. Fingers crossed. One good thing about China is that they are trying to make their own RAM and GPUs. If they pull it off, we might get affordable PCs. Yeah. I mean, they're the ones assembling them anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't make much of a difference in the quality. Well, I mean, it probably will. They're gonna find some kind of way to cut corners. But hey, at least, you know, that might lower the prices. But my prediction is that they fucking won't. Because they've been saying it for like decades at this point. Oh, China's just on the cusp of making their own 2nm chips. Just you wait. Then every now and then they come out with like a new one. Like, aha, we have finally beaten those tariffs. And those sanctions. They're like, oh, here's the first all Chinese made CPU, and then you look at it closer and it's just like a fucking last generation i3 that they just like, they like put a sticker over the fucking name of it. Yeah, I mean, it took them until 2017 to make a fucking ballpoint pen. I don't think they're gonna be making like GPUs anytime soon. Still not quite satisfied with how this fight turned out. I still want to kill this guy at least 3 more times. I mean, I only managed to kill him once. Now he's still out there thinking he's the shit. We have to make him sit down, you know, take a step back. Reevaluate his life. And the best way to do that, I think, is to shoot him off his oppressor. That's a good way to make these sweat boys realize, like, oh, I'm not really anything, am I? of course the best place to do so is the roof of my agency. Because not only does it have a great view, it also allows me to take cover. In case they come after me. Well, never mind that then. What a bitch. We got rumors about the 9070 XTX or 9080 XT for months before it became clear it wouldn't happen. Tech industry's like 80% rumors. Yeah, sadly. It always reminds me of the time when everybody thought the next Xbox was gonna be like the Xbox 720 or something. And then, to the disappointment of absolutely fucking everybody, it was the Xbox One. And I'm trying to remember what the explanation for the name was, because it was really dumb. I don't know, it was something along the lines of like, it's called the One because it's like focused on this one thing. Or it's like the one device for you need for your living room or something. Something stupid like that. Then it came out, it was like, oh, it's like a console and a cable box. Wow. What a fucking dumb idea. I remember how that was like the first thing they like told at the announcement too. When they announced the Xbox One. Like, that's what they went with first. No games, no gaming features. Not even like a new controller. No, they showcased the fucking cable box features. Oh, you gonna watch cable on this thing? Okay. That's cool. Can it play games though? Because you know it's a fucking console. How else can you make like 10 to 20 minute tech videos a day or 1 hour ones if you only cover real confirmed news? Fair enough. They've been modding 3090s, 4080s, 4090s, 5080s and 5090s for ages. It's a very hard industry to catch up to. You have to catch up to like 20 years of innovation. Yeah, and the innovation is fucking insane too. You know, it's not like a ballpoint pen where you have to like, just to be really precise. Like I watched a video recently from was it Veritasium? About the process they used to make like the latest generation of CPUs and GPUs. I have not had anything go so far above my head before. They're fucking shooting lasers through hydrogen at fucking droplets of mercury or something to like make the die or I don't know. They're like cutting the silicon with a very specific wavelength of ultraviolet radiation. that is just straight up magic. That is fucking wizardry. Oh, yeah, that's not a road. But I guess I'm just supposed to drive in a straight line, so let's just do that. Apparently Trump and the US government wanted to make GPUs, but they estimated it would take 8 years or longer to catch up, and now they own a big portion of Intel, who makes pretty good GPUs. Oh yeah, I was looking at those. The Intel Sparks. Or whatever the hell they were called, Arcs, I don't know. They had some interesting specs, let's just say. You know, they were pretty decently powerful, I guess. You know, they could run all the older games that I mostly play. But you know, for the same price as the 9060 XT, like their equivalent GPU was like way weaker. Or at least like in most areas, but then there were like some very specific areas that it was like a lot better. And also it had like 16 gigs of RAM. Okay, that's kind of fascinating. The things they decided to focus on. Just a whole shit ton of memory. But yeah, the US government is currently investing a lot into Intel, and also, as you said, being buddy with Nvidia, and also I think it was Biden who started the program to bring some of TSMC's factories to the US. I think they're actually... Are they building them currently, or have they built them already? I know they're not operational yet, but you know they're gonna produce some pretty advanced chips. Not the most, not like the 2nm stuff, but yeah, you know, it's kinda good to see some diversification, because TSMC has just kinda been, you know, running a monopoly on this whole thing for like the last 20 years. Haven't heard about that yet. Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. I think the program started in like 2021 or something. They put like tens of billions in it, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty big thing. And hopefully we're gonna see some other companies start to manufacture, you know, microchips too. That would be nice, you know, so if the prices went down for everything. It would be nice if things cost less. I know, a very radical take. I don't know if we're gonna make this. 14 seconds and we're like halfway. Yeah, no way. So I would need to be, what? Like 8 seconds faster. But I mean, I kinda had the thing floored the whole time, so I don't know how I could be faster. Yeah, I don't think they've made this any easier. You still need like a car that doesn't exist in this game to complete it. Or maybe it's a motorcycle or something. I wouldn't know about those, because I am not, you know, one of those people. Yes, take the money, please. Why does it have to be such like a specific spot? And also, why can't you walk in this fucking game? That's always kind of been like a gripe of mine. Just can't go slowly. Get out of the way. Well, anywho, that didn't work out. I guess we'll go see if there's some more work to be done at the agency. Have you heard of them wanting to go to space for manufacturing because zero gravity in theory would be more consistent for chip manufacturing? Yeah, I did hear about that. And I guess, you know, it would be better. But also, how the fuck are you gonna get a CPU factory to space? Well, I guess if they do decide to do that, get ready for CPUs becoming like 10 times expensive. And Elon Musk becoming like 10 times richer. So, I mean, who the fuck else is shooting stuff into space at the moment? In what world is going to space and back cheaper than the failure rate on Earth? That's kind of what I'm also thinking, you know, how... Is that really gonna be worth it? And also, I guess... My car was destroyed. That's interesting. I guess the water was just too deep.
Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help
And I
you?
have to pay 20 grand for it.
I can do that.
Fucking rockstar. Arcs are last gen, new gen is Battle Mage. That's a funky name. So Battle Mage cards were bundled with Battlefield 6 for a few weeks. Oh. Well damn, that might have been a good time to buy one. Also, people often overlook ASML. Oh yeah, is that the that's the company who makes the machines that make those super tiny nano transistors, right? Yeah, that was some fucking insane shit. Like, I watched the whole video, I paid close attention, I still couldn't fucking understand anything. Like, sure, we don't really, like... We haven't really gone to the moon in a long time. We don't build monuments anymore. But what we do have is transistors that are just some fucking molecules in size. Because some guy was like, hey, what if we shot some really specific light at this fucking... at these wafers? Yeah, I guess we could do that. Why though? Because then we could conduct electricity through and make machines think. Make machines think for us. Right. Yeah. That sounds like something you could do. Next gen of Intel GPUs will also be celestial. I think you can sense the pattern. I don't know, is that some kind of reference? I can't understand it. I don't understand the references, I don't watch anything.
I'll bring it by.
Why did my audio suddenly go dead? What is this now? Okay, they're back. They just took a break. They are working on even better machines currently. Lord knows how they're gonna improve on what they already have. Gotta say, you gotta be like a pretty fucking next level techno wizard to like understand that shit on a deeper level. I understand it on a surface level. I don't understand how any of the machines work, but why question magic? Yeah, I guess so. You know, it seems to be working, considering we're here, playing this video game. So who am I to question the wizards who make sand do math that results in tiny worlds inside my computer? Or something. Something along those lines. Arc A, B, Battle Mage B, Celestial C. Oh, they're going. They're going alphabetically, see, I thought that, but then I was like, no, that's too simple. That's too stupid.
Hey, look, today's target is a cautionary tale, homie. The target is one of the founding members of that phone company, Bittersweet.
Yep, I know. I know I gotta assassinate some rich person because they're very evil, because you can't do unjustified crimes in Grand Theft Auto anymore. Kinda hate that, you know, that they do it. Like, don't worry, the guy you're assassinating is a bad guy. I don't really care. You know, I set fire to policemen on the regular. Now, was that was that Dracula flow line? I have no character, you point me in a direction. And I'll shoot. Let's put some music on here, because why not? Computer used to need a whole ass room dedicated to storing a computer, now these motherfuckers fit a whole ass computer inside of a keyboard, not even a super thick one, just a normal looking keyboard. Yeah, you know, I was just I was thinking about it because I watched the Imitation Game on Christmas. Showed the creation of the first computer, or at least some of it. You know, the thing they used to break the Enigma code during World War II. It's like, yeah, we went from that. We went from that to this. In what? Fucking 80 years? Less than 80 years. Like, oh my god, it can perform like dozens of calculations per minute or something. And here I am, watching the damn thing on this tablet. You know, this thing that has like, what? Some millions of pixels on the screen. Updating 144 times a second. And it's got a CPU running at fucking, what? Like 2 to 3 gigahertz depending on the core. which there are 8 of. 8 cores that could, you know, do anywhere between like 2 to 3.4 billion calculations per fucking second. 8 gigabytes of memory. 128 gigs of storage. On a thing that's actually thinner and lighter than a fucking picture frame. You show this shit to a medieval peasant, he would either die or burn you on the spot for witchcraft. Yeah, it is kind of fucking insane what we've done in the last century. I mean, shit like planes too. It's not too long ago that we were celebrating the how manyth anniversary was it? 120th? Or something along those lines. Of the first flight. First manned flight. Guys ever seen like the first couple of Wright flyers? It's just a bunch of fucking plywood and sticks.
Here for the magic touch?
You know, flying just slightly off the ground at like, what was it, 40 miles an hour? Or 40 kilometers? And 60 years later, they put a man on the moon. They put a guy in space in a fucking can. And they landed his ass on a celestial body. Ouch. They put him in put a couple of guys in a pressurized can and they shot him into space. And now we got planes flying faster than the speed of sound. You know, it is kinda sad that we stopped like trying to make planes as fast as possible. Because I kinda do want to see how fast we could make them with like modern technology. They just don't really do that anymore because there's no longer like a military incentive to do it. You know, the missiles aren't gonna catch you anyways, might as well just go for stealth. It's better for your enemy to not know you're there than to, you know, have to run away from them, I guess. Which makes sense, but it is a little bit boring. I kinda miss that, like, Cold War era, like, cocaine-fueled tech innovations. You're like, hey, what if we dug a canal with nuclear bombs? What if we made a missile that was steered by a pigeon? Yeah, fuck it, what if? Let's do it. I mean, I'm gonna assume the pigeon's just gonna fucking die, but... Hey, what the hell? That is a real thing that they did, by the way. They had a bomb steered by a pigeon. They also tried other animal-based weapons, such as a cat-operated torpedo.
What's wrong with her now?
You know, a cat inside a torpedo, steering it. You might be wondering why. Why would we do that? Why would we put a cat in a torpedo? See, their logic was, cats don't like water. So they're gonna seek like the nearest dry land which in this case would be an enemy ship. Makes sense, right? Well, sadly it didn't quite work, they just ended up drowning a bunch of cats, but, you know. Could have worked, I guess, maybe. I don't know how you would teach a cat to steer a fucking torpedo, but... You know, they just kinda trusted that the cat would figure it out. You know, just through, like, trial and error. Or something. Apparently a 37 is 8 million or 80 million times faster than computers used to put a man on the moon. Yeah. That is true. That is true and kind of insane. The cities that really fast planes go, they need to account for the expensive of metal, and yeah, I imagine at some point the human eye won't even be able to keep up. Well, I mean, you don't need to keep up. Just fly real high, so there's nothing for you to hit. It's fine. But yeah, you do need some very exotic materials to like maintain like Mark III or something, whatever those Cold War era bombers and interceptors were flying at. Or well, I guess no bomber actually flew at Mach 3. The XP-70 Valkyrie did, but that didn't really ever make it to production. Which I am still quite sad about. I think they should finish that thing. Just cause it looked kinda goofy. It looked kinda goofy and the concept behind it is really interesting. See, the XP-70 Valkyrie actually rode its own shockwave. Which made it more efficient. It gave it more lift. So it could fly 30% faster and further than, you know, all of the competitors that were developed for the same program. And I just like little factoids like that. Some guy just decided, you know, he just found something out and made a weird plane that was somehow better. You know, like the fucking... what is it called? The oblique wings. You guys know about oblique wings? Probably not, so let me tell you about oblique wings. So you probably have seen Top Gun, I would assume. At least the new one. Where they have the F-14 Tomcat that has those, you know, variable surface wings. They can extend outwards to provide more lift, and when you're flying real fast you know, retract them to reduce drag. So yeah, apparently some guy just realized like, oh, it doesn't really matter for planes what direction your wings are like pointing towards. So instead of having like two separate variable surface wings with these heavy mechanisms, why don't we just have one? You know? Just one big wing that rotates. See where this is going? They had one long wing on top of the plane. Which was just, how should I explain this? At like a 90-degree angle in relation to the body when it was taken off, but when they started flying faster, they like rotated it. I'm doing a very bad job of explaining this, but you know, you get the idea, right? Like the wing is almost in line with the body of the plane. I just thought that's kind of interesting too. That it, you know, it doesn't matter if your wings aren't symmetrical as long as they provide the same amount of lift. But those also never made it into production because, well, I mean, it's kinda hard to control, as you might imagine. Very cool stuff they were trying back in the day, you know, now we've just kind of settled on these tried and true technologies. And I think that's lame. Let's do something crazy, let's do something dangerous. You know, like, what are those things called? The plants, those ground effect vehicles. Let's do those, because they're cool. Reminds me of the anti-tank dogs. Now they're the ones that dove under the Soviets' own tanks. Because they didn't account that dogs navigate based on smell. And they were training them with like gasoline-powered tanks. And the Germans had diesel-powered tanks. Fun. What a fun and heartwarming story. Or maybe the dogs just hated communists too. Which that's fair enough. It's pretty based off those dogs.
Hello, you're through to Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Great. The aircraft is waiting for you at our nearest airfield. We trust you'll be happy, madam.
Also, a month-ish ago I made a really stupid statement that tanks were kind of becoming obsolete because of anti-tank tech, but worries about adaptation every time there's something new. Less than a month later it's a counter. Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Drones have kind of made it. Or, you know, they haven't made tanks obsolete, but they have made tank warfare a bit different. Maybe less important too, because I mean, you know, back in the day before, like javelins and these cheap drones, like a full frontal tank assault was like a pretty decent tactic, and that's why countries had so many tanks. Because I mean, what are you gonna really do about that? Not much. Unless you have like air superiority. But you know, now that if you just rush into a country with a bunch of tanks, you can just send like a $500 drone to take it out. The math just doesn't really check out anymore. Tanks still, they still have a purpose, but I don't think they are as central to warfare as they once used to be. And that is also just part of the same thing, you know, warfare changes. We don't use horses much in warfare anymore, either. Sometimes new tech just comes around that makes old shit a bit less important. Though some militaries do still use horses. I'm pretty sure they use horses in a mountain warfare in, like, North Korea. Maybe China too, unless they phased them out. But they at least were using them very recently. Also, they were used in Afghanistan. Back in the early 2000s when they had the when they sent those 12 Special Forces guys, I think. American Special Forces guys, they sent them in Afghanistan to fight alongside the warlords who were opposing the Taliban. And they actually did like a cavalry assault on the Taliban using horses. If you haven't seen the movie 12 Strong, then I highly recommend it. Because that was fucking nuts. Clip change. What are you guys shooting me with fucking Lee Enfields out there? What do you got, a broom handle Mauser? It is a magazine. Oh. I guess they didn't like that correction. Riding its own shockwave, yeah. I think the effect is called compression lift, if I remember correctly. It's a pretty interesting phenomenon. Bad control, no problem since the A10 is still in use. Come on now, don't be talking shit about my favorite military plane. The A10 has the most allies killed and its aim is so inaccurate it will kill anything in 12-meter radius, so you better be 13 meters away. Away from your enemy, and hope your enemy doesn't also duck when you duck. Yeah, just, you know... Just find like a rock or a tree trunk or something. You'll be fine. Just don't stand where the explosions go. It's very simple. Right in the balls. God damn it. Why am I dying so easily? Oh yeah, I guess your health resets if you don't play for a while. Now I'm as weak as the rest of these scrubs. Sad. Most the A10 pilots can't really see if they are targeting enemies or allies, they often shoot their own people. You know. Such is war. Just dodge. Stop screaming at me. Christ. Thanks to drone warfare, we have cool-ass lasers that can shoot down a drone for a few cents of electricity. Yeah, lasers are very cool, definitely. But I think they are now focusing more on microwaves. Because unlike with lasers, where you actually need to, like, you know, see the drones and target them, you can just kind of blanket the sky in microwaves and fry any drones that might be there. I think those will probably be the big thing. At least I would assume so. Because that would make sense. Come on, I know there's more. God damn it. Returning this game is always kinda rough. Especially when they put you behind this fucking fence. Now I have to walk all the way around it. What is that? Could have at least made this damn thing destructible, but no. Gotta make me fucking walk. Things have adapted with anti-drone nets. Oh yeah, I have heard of those, but I'm just not sure how they work. I mean, I guess they just catch like a kamikaze drone before it hits the tank. Which makes sense. I mean, that's a pretty cheap and effective countermeasure. Didn't catch that movie name. 12 Strong. Starring Christopher Hemsworth. Which I have to say is kind of distracting whenever he's in anything that's not a Marvel, because you hear his voice and you're like, oh, that's Thor. That's Thor fighting the Taliban. But you know, it's a good movie. I think it's on Amazon Prime at least. Now let's go deliver this monkey. Also have to correct myself. It's for some reason Arc Battle Mage, not just Battle Mage. Missed the name again. 12 Strong. Maybe I'll just put it in the chat so people won't miss it. There you go. Now you can look it up later too if you want to. It is kind of it is kind of crazy seeing like, you know, not necessarily modern combat, because it's from like, you know, it happened like 20 years ago. But like guys on horses with AKs going up against like fucking machine guns and RPGs and old Soviet tanks. And you know, they did that shit for real. That's why there's like the horseman statue in the where was it? Some military base in the US. That's dedicated to those guys, the 12 guys who fought on horseback against the Taliban. Wild. I mean, they did also have like B-52s dropping bombs on the Taliban, but still, you know, after they obliterated like the main force, they still have to like ride into town and fucking like one hand shoot their M4s, M16s on horseback. Most of those guys hadn't even like ridden a horse before. You know, that's kind of the whatever fuck it kind of attitude that I aspire to. You know, they just fucking dropped into Afghanistan. Like, hey, we need you to take these cities back from the Taliban. Like, alright. Sure. We'll get there by Christmas. Or before Christmas, I guess. That was their whole like plan. They wanted to get there before winter. Then they arrived there and these warlords are there just with their horses and their rusty AKs. Like, yep, we're gonna go in there. On the horses? Yeah, on the horses. We're gonna assault the fucking Taliban stronghold on horses. Everybody was like, alright, fuck it. Why not? Their commander had ridden a horse before. Because he was like, he grew up on a farm or something. But the rest of the guys were like, yeah, I've never been on a horse. I rode a horse once at a fair. Yep, alright. You steer it with this leather strap. Now get on the damn horse. Let's ride through this mountain pass and attack the Taliban. Is this guy saying hey to me? I don't want to talk to anybody in the game right now, come on. I'm just talking about horses and the Taliban and computers and space and airplanes. One man can only talk so much. Leave me alone. Also, I just checked the Nia 9060 XT is the best value of the ARC B580, which is the alternative, is better at 1440p apparently. But it's not very fast, so at 1080p it's worse than the 5060 and 9060 XT. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing I noticed as well. You know, it's got more VRAM than the 9060 XT, I think. I think it had like 16 gigs, right? But also I could just pay like $50 more and get a 16 gig version of the 9060. So assuming my financial situation allows, that's probably what I'm gonna get. But that is a very big if. Please tell me you weren't considering the 8 gig 9060 XT. I was. I know people say like, oh 8 gigs, that's like the bare minimum these days, but honestly, if a game takes more than 8 gigs of VRAM, I'm just not gonna play it. I've probably said this many times before, but I'm just not gonna fucking do it. I mean, this is getting fucking ridiculous, right? Why would it need more than that? You know, just optimize your fucking game or I'm not getting it. A short delay? What does that mean? Can I see it? Do I know what the delay is? No? Well, guess I'm not doing that then. Performance about on par with the 3070. The VRAM is the main reason for buying it. Yeah, I mean, it's only $50 more, so I might as well get that one. But I also maintain my position that 8 gigs should be more than enough. Trust me, just get the 16 gig one. It may not seem important now, but it is. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, I won't be able to play some of the newer games with 8 gigs. Especially if I'm like trying to play at 1440p or 2K or something. Or I mean 4K. But then again, will I play any new games at 4K? Probably not. Honestly, I'm not even planning to buy anything made past like 2021 except Battlefield 6, and that seems fine. Like that ran fine on my current GPU, so there you go. I mean, even GTA 6 I'm kinda... I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be like amazing, because they poured like the GDP of a small country into it. But like, it's gonna take like most of my hard drive. I'm gonna need like a fucking 5090 to run it. I just don't care. Like, yeah, I'll get it like 4 years down the line. When it's like $5 on the sale, but I just can't get excited for this shit anymore. Like, oh, look at this cool new game. Like, oh yeah, that looks kinda neat. How much is it? Well, the game cost $100, but you also need to upgrade your entire PC to fucking play it. Because it needs 20 gigs of VRAM. And 16 gigs of RAM. And it's gonna max a fucking 24-core Ryzen CPU. Have fun. Oh yeah, and you're also gonna need to buy like a new hard drive to even fit it on your computer. Yeah, I think I'm a pass. What was I doing? I was doing something, but then I got distracted by my hatred of the AAA games industry. Oh yeah, I think I was about to take a break. That's what I was about to do, because I need to you know, dispatch of the remnants of this tea. I made the 8 gig mistake with 3070, but I do get where you are coming from. If you're considering 4K, you might want to consider the 5060. As insane as it sounds, Nvidia has been cooking with upscaling. DLSS 4.5 is trained on 8K gameplay, so DLSS 4.5 can look better than native 4K, and it's so good that even 240p games can look playable somehow. It's really wild how much they cooked. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But again, I'm just not interested. just let me run games that are at a native 1080p or 1440p. I'm good. That's kind of how all tech innovations in the last, I don't know, 3 years have sounded like to me. Possibly with the exception of noise cancelling and also just like better CPUs and GPUs. But on the software side, it's just like, oh, look at this new machine learning thing number, fucking 5 billion. Okay. Neat, I guess. I don't want it. modern games are TAA, so you can't have an 80. Yeah, I know. I know they aren't, that's why I don't buy them. Don't give me your fucking dumb fake resolution. Fuck off. Leave me alone. That's one of the reasons why I'm, you know, again fucking thinking about moving to Linux. Because they just won't stop fucking with me. I don't know if I said it on here on Twitter, but I've probably said it several times before, but I just don't like being fucked with all the time. You know, they're just poking at you. No, you can't run games at a fucking native resolution, you gotta use upscaling or TAA or frame generation. Oh, here's your new AI assistant, we're putting Copilot in your fucking file browser. Just fuck off. Leave me be. There are only so many things I need my computer to do. Talking to me isn't one of them. Well, anyways, before I get fucking too angry, just gonna take a short break. I'm gonna use the wizard's room to drain the lizard, and eat something to drink. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay. Bought a game a while back and they released the remaster for free. I got excited, and when I got the remaster, it barely improved and forced TAA. So the Black Trail's not installed. Yeah, it's getting fucking annoying. Well, anyways, let's make some more money. So that once again, one of these days, I could purchase a new virtual car. Because that's what I'm all about. I think that's pretty much what my perfect game would be. Let me shoot people in the face for money, and then let me use the money to buy cars. That's all this game really needed to be for me. They kinda did fuck up by putting all kinds of other unnecessary bullshit in there. You know, other than that, the part where I get to shoot people for money, and then I get to buy cars, that's cool. I like that. I'm a simple man. Sounds like you want Cyberpunk. Yeah, you can do that in Cyberpunk, I just don't like most of the cars. Sadly. Although I did get the DLC a while back. I think I got it for my birthday. So I should probably play that on stream one of these days. It's been a while. I mean, I played Cyberpunk through, I think, first when it came out, then the next year when I played it on stream. And then I just never played it again. I mean, I went back to it a couple of times to like see some of the improvements they made, but that's about it. I gotta get on that. But I'm still a little bit sad that they don't let me make my character's ass bigger. I mean, you're telling me in the current world that we live in that they don't do that in the future? No. I don't believe you. Let me put a fucking dump truck on my character. I mean, I know it's a first-person game and I won't even be able to see it, but I just think it would be funny. They better put that shit in GTA 6. I think that's my line. You know, if they release GTA 6 and you can actually like, you know, get like fucking ass implants in fucking online. I think that I would buy it. That I'd be like, okay. Okay, they got me. They got me, that's funny. I forgot that they can see through the curtains. It's kind of a dumb thing a lot of games do. They'll have, you know, they have the NPCs seeing through like curtains and bushes, but you can't. You know, because you're a human. That's right, retreat. Why am I raiding Trevor's place? I don't know. I don't have any morals, I don't have any reasons. They tell me to shoot and I do it. Hurry up, I don't want to have to fight all these guys. Let's just get out of here. Oh, was there somebody here? Oh, goddamn. Have I played Deus Ex Mankind? No, I have not played any of the Deus Ex games. I know, I'm a heretic. Lots and lots of classics that I haven't even played. Half-Life. Deus Ex, Wolfenstein. Doom. Resident Evil, haven't played any of them. I have not played a single Resident Evil game, but I can name all 3 of the main women. Because I gotta say, that's good character design right there. Big fan of those. Found out recently they are connected to Cyberpunk and pretty much what started the cybernetics. Oh. That's cool. Tried playing Deus Ex and I don't like the controls. Also, I understand I also haven't played most of the classics. Yeah, I just kind of find like I find a game with like a good gameplay cycle, then I just stick with it for like 10 years. You know, case in point. I'm just not one of our like story-based games. I'm a very specific kind of gamer. Oh, yeah. Delay. Played Half-Life recently though, and shit was as good as advertised. Yeah, I've heard Half-Life is pretty cool. You know, it's got the little gravity thing. Whatever it's called. I think I might actually have Half-Life 2 somewhere. Probably on Steam. So I'll probably play it at some point. Yeah, the Gravity Con. That looks fun. Guys who made Cyberpunk are mentally retarded. They had a great engine, very optimized, and they changed the UE5. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but that's just kind of what they do, because, I mean... You know, it makes it easier to, like... find outside resources. If you need to, like, hire freelancers or... You know, like, buy assets for it. Everybody else is using UE5, so... It just makes logistical sense. It's kinda the same thing as with Unity. And I hate it. I hate both of them. Just big, bloated, cumbersome piece of shit. That also happened to run like ass, so there's really no bright side to them. I mean, I've tried using Unity. Used it in school, I used it for my internship. I just hate it more with every goddamn update. It's just bad, and there's just no way around it. I know a lot of game developers, they like to, you know, they're like, oh, but you know, all the resources, it's not that bad once you learn it. No, it gets worse the more you learn. It gets stupider. Sure, you know, if you learn more, you can use it better, but you'll just start to hate it with every new bit of information you learn. And you know, the whole fucking game object component system is just fucking retarded. Why make those separate? Why can't everybody just use Godot? It's just so much easier. You know, rather than have like, oh, here this game object is the player, and it has the components: rigid body, transform, collider, controller, and there's like a fucking mile-long list on the right that you gotta scroll through, and they all have their like slightly different menus for setting all the fucking parameters. It's just a fucking nightmare. In Godot, you just have nodes. There's a player node, and it has the child nodes. Collider, rigid body. Well, no, actually, a player would be some kind of physics body in itself. Then that just has a collider under it. You know, or sprite, or mesh, or whatever the hell you need. It just makes things a million times more simple. Why doesn't everybody do that? What sense does it make that you separate things into components and game objects and scenes just arbitrarily? There's literally zero reason if you think about it. Because, I mean, what is a scene? It's just a space. Why does that need to be its own thing? Or a fucking component? Why isn't everything in Unity a game object? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the worst way to do things. And they just kinda stuck with it. There's a fan remaster of Half-Life called Black Mesa. I made the mistake of playing that because better graphics and it was beautiful, but they took about a 10 to 20 minute section of the game and dragged it out for 3 hours. Ooh. Is Unity really that bad? Yes. Well, no, actually, let me correct myself. It's worse. It's worse than I could even describe. Do not use Unity unless you plan to actually work in the games industry. It is still kind of a requirement there. for a lot of jobs. Because it just has been used for such a long time. But if you just wanna make a game by yourself or with your friends, use Godot. Or Game Maker or fucking Cocos or Default. Don't use Unity. It's terrible, it's unoptimized, it's fucking fat. And they're gonna take money from you if you make like more than 100 grand, I think. Gotta pay royalties and also the fucking license fee. There's no positive side to it. Unless you're like an executive running a fucking studio. And you need to think about your bottom line. Then I guess Unity makes sense because, you know, then you can hire outside help if you fail to meet your deadlines or whatever. Megabonk was made on Unity and that's a really good game, really optimized. Yes, that is true. I will say about both Unity and Unreal, you can optimize both. It's possible. It's just a huge pain in the ass. Whereas Godot is just kind of, you know, fine out of the box. And you know, you get other nice bonuses too, besides the fact that it's, you know, not a bloated piece of shit. And you know, it's completely free and open source and much easier to use, but on top of that, it's also just way smaller and way lighter. I don't think I've ever seen any Godot project take more than like a couple of 100 megabytes of memory. And you can fucking run it on your phone. I've made games on my phone. Can you imagine running Unity on your fucking phone? You couldn't. Trick question. You can't be objectifying games, man. Yeah, those fucking Unity people, they're just terrible. They're greedy. They objectify you. Bad people. I can't imagine running Unity on my phone because I can't imagine what Unity looks like. You are a lucky man. Even the UI is just unpleasant.
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I... Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, madam. Call again. Goodbye.
Excuse me, are you trying to land on my helicopter? Please don't do it. Sure, maybe. Take some distance. There we go. Just had to give him a bit of warning. Oh yeah, I guess my instant replay is not working again. Because once again Windows has in its infinite wisdom decided to replace my functioning drivers with ones that don't. Guess I'll just clip it on Twitch then. Thanks, Microsoft, very nice. Abandoned motel, does it have abandoned hookers? I hope so. Hope so. Cause ain't no hooker like a free hooker, let me tell you what. How long is the stream gonna be today? I don't know. Maybe like 30 more minutes. I didn't really have like a plan. I don't really got anywhere to be. Well, except those 2 assignments that I gotta do. And actually, after those, I'm gonna be done. They really badly wanted me to do like that one more English course. They were so adamant that they couldn't like RPL the course that I already did online. They're like, no, that's not good enough. That course that was actually larger than the one that we have at this school. That won't do. You know that course where you learn the exact same things that you would learn on this course, and more? No, you gotta come to this course that we're doing. So you can learn the same things, except less. But actually you can RPL this course too, by just doing like these 2 assignments. So me doing a whole course that was more expensive than the one they have wasn't good enough, but it is good enough if I just sign up for this course and then do like 2 really big assignments to prove that I know the things that I do. Yeah, that, you know, that makes sense, right? What, you thought that writing all these essays and doing these several video presentations was enough? No. You have to come here and do this one video presentation. And this one essay. Because that's good enough, we decided. Lord knows why, but at least I'm gonna be done after those for sure. No 48-hour stream. Not this time, no. Maybe once I'm finished with this shit, we'll do like a really long one, because the Christmas stream was kinda shorter than the one last year. That could be fun. You said you were gonna be done last year. I'm starting to think you won't be done. Oops. Probably shouldn't read the messages while I'm flying a helicopter, but... No, I'm gonna be done this time for real. I promise. It was just the one recognition of prior learning application that was rejected. For no good reason. Like, a week before Christmas, so... That was a nice surprise for me. I tried my best to convince the English professor. Like, no, it is the same, look at this course material. Look at this thing detailing that it's actually exactly the same as the one at this school. She was like, no. I'm a 50-year-old woman with librarian classes, and I say no, so it's no. You gotta sign up for this course. You gotta sign up for it and do it next year. Cool, great, I guess I'll do it then. Because I can't really... You know, I can't really take this any higher up. She's the person in charge, so... What can you fucking do? Just had to suck it up one last time and be like, okie doke, I guess I'll do that. Because in truth I wanted to tell her like, hey, I know you're bored, I know you're alone. But don't make it my problem. I know you know, peaked when you were getting straight A's in high school. From writing book reports or whatever the fuck. I don't care about that though. It's the same course. Just accept it and we can both be done. You don't get paid more if you're more annoying. That's not how it works. So why don't you stop having your little power trip and just let me the fuck out of here. Guess you can tell with these people. You can tell by just looking at them like, oh, I know what kind of person you are. Just from looking at your face. You know, you just like to use your authority just for the sake of using it. I've seen you before, I've seen you many times. In different forms. No, this programming exercise isn't good enough. Because you actually did it more efficiently than I did. No, this practice thesis isn't good because it's too long, even though we said that it would have to be at least 9 pages and you did 12. You have to shorten it now. Just a bunch of professional nitpickers. No real skills. I know I'm being pretty mean, but also, you know, fuck the people who do that. She might just be hourly. No, they don't. Teachers get paid salary. She just wanted to fuck with me for, I don't know, boredom. Because I'm 100% sure that the contents of those 2 courses were the exact same. Because obviously I made sure before I fucking did the course. It's like, okay, this is the same as in our school. I think this will be fine. Nope. And I mean, I sent like 30 of those RPL applications. Or like RPL applications for like 30 courses. All the other ones passed just fine. Even though I can say again with full confidence that at least 5 of them had fuck all to do with my degree. They're like, hey, you know, you used computers, I guess. That's good enough. We can give you points for that. No, just this one bitch. I am a little peeved about it, yes. But I think in my situation you would understand, because this means that my graduation was delayed by a whole month, maybe 2. And seeing as I am not working at the moment, and I can't get unemployment benefits if I'm a student, you know. You can probably see why it's a little bit fucking annoying. Perfect landing. What's this? Some kind of drug dealer car. I think I wanna steal it thing. Get out of there, Baldy. Escape. Nope, it's still there. Make up your minds. Just go somewhere. But yes, seething rage aside. Once I have done these 2 assignments, I'm gonna be fucking done. So that's at least something positive. Maybe then, now that I have my degree and my experience, I can get like a job that pays real money. That'd be nice. Or maybe I won't, and I'll have to start like a... I don't know. OnlyFans account. Or maybe I'll just do what those Chinese streamers do. Put on like a cute face filter and get on TikTok. JK, I wouldn't need a face filter. I'm cute enough as it is. Famous sales everywhere would be showering me with cash. Hold your horses, you want money? Yeah, I know, right? Pretty greedy of me. It is kind of funny that, you know, in the last year and a half, that's like the... Like all the work I could find was that one unpaid internship. Like I didn't have the expertise or the experience for like entry-level positions that I'm pretty sure I was like way overqualified for anyways. I couldn't get those. And when I, you know, the only positions that I got interviewed for were like internships. And the faces those people made when I asked, like, so does this, like... Do I get paid for this? The pain in their eyes, like, no. Oh, you wouldn't. You know, it's just the economy right now. Can't afford to pay you, but we'd be happy to have you. Like, yeah, I bet. I bet you'd be happy to have a fucking overqualified slave. You fucking psychopath. Don't look so happy about it. I don't want to be here. At this company, we're a family, and we don't ask our family for money here. Exactly. I should just work at this company making fucking epic metaverse products for free because I love it. I would be happy to have you work for me. You make a game and I in turn give you experience. Exactly, because I mean... that experience is gonna make me money in the future, so actually you should be paying us. You should be paying us for the privilege of working here. And getting experience. Fuck me. But hey, look at that, we got 220 grand worth of product here. Which actually is more if we sell it to Los Santos. So maybe we'll do that, that'll be the last thing for this very uneventful stream. Well, I mean, we did fight that one guy in the beginning. Briefly. Before he ran away. But yeah, this might take a while, so I'm gonna take a preemptive bathroom break. Just real quick, just real fast. Oh yeah, I should probably, is the guy still here? Just gotta remove this fella, because I don't trust them. That reminds me, a while back there were companies trying this new method of making people pay the company in order to get the job. But that gave rise to scams, so the idea got shut down. Of course. Why wouldn't they? I mean, it's such a privilege to work at this company making the CEO millions of dollars while you get paid a few grand a month. You should be fucking happy. You should be so fortunate. Yeah, I don't know, maybe the communists have a point about eating the rich. You know, they might be wrong about pretty much everything else, but yeah, we probably should skin these people, now that I think about it. Also, the CEO industry is awful in the US. They will literally make more than enough money to retire and have their kids retire if they get this fucking... Wait, did I read that right? If they get this fucking tank the company and make it fail. Yeah, it sucks. I keep seeing more and more of this shit every day, like... all these companies, they're like, oh, you know, the times are tight. You know, it's just, you know, the economy is not great, so we have to lay off 10,000 people. And then they, like, give the CEO, like, a fucking $50 million bonus. Oh yeah, times are tight, huh? Sure. Fuck off, suck a dick. Fingers crossed, hopefully we get more Luigi's. Fuck these people. Always brings me back to that one bit from Bill Burr. How big does your fucking yacht have to be? I mean, at this point we're probably talking about like a dozen yachts, 7 mansions, maybe an island somewhere. How much do you fucking need, really? You fucking demon of greed. Hope there's a hell so you can go there. And even that's not enough now. Now they're like, oh yeah, we gotta... It's paramount that we steal everybody's fucking copyrighted works. So only we can own things. Trust me, we have to beat China in the AI race, so we gotta make a machine that can make a song in a millisecond. We gotta automate art. Like, do you understand the fucking arrogance of that statement? These lazy bum artists are not making me fucking animations fast enough. They're not making enough music for me. So we gotta feed their shit into a machine that can make it faster. How about this? We band together and we pull you apart. That could also be a thing we do. Just throwing that out there. I think these CEOs are forgetting that they do in fact have faces and names. And I suspect that, you know, what Mario's brother did, that's probably gonna happen again. Quite a few times. At this point, if I see it on the news that, like, I don't know, somebody dropped a bowling ball on Elon Musk from the Empire State Building, like, yeah, of course they did. Have you heard this man talk? Have you seen the things he's done? I am not shocked in the least. Not even slightly. Like, literally, if the company fails and shuts down, there's a golden parachute system that basically gives CEOs like a $50 million payout. Yeah, gotta protect the most vulnerable of their workers. What, the guy making minimum wage? Who can't even afford his rent on a one job? Nah. Give him like a gift card. Give him like a $20 gift card to Walmart. What, the poor CEO? What is he gonna do? He's gonna have to buy one less skyscraper this year, or whatever they do. He's gonna have to eat less diamonds. Christ. Oh yeah, I remember OpenAI getting mad when China stole their data and copied ChatGPT, but when they stole our people it was fine. That was probably peak irony. I think irony peaked there. Like, hey, you can't take our data and just use it without consent. Oh yeah. I don't even have any... I don't have an insult for them. There's no way I can parody them. That won't just become a reality in like 2 weeks. I'm I'm very, very tired of this. I hope everything burns. Also, somebody just slammed their door very, very loudly. I don't know if you guys heard that. That sounded very aggressive. For a moment I was like, oh, are they gonna come up here and kill me? Was I too loud? I don't think so. I'm talking pretty normally. But no, I think it was just the I think it was just the retarded neighbors who have like no concept of noise. Just the people with no self-awareness, those fellas. But hey, as bad as the world might be, at least I have this... At least I have this cool double-walled thermal glass that I got for Christmas. It's got like a vacuum in between the layers. Keeps my drinks very hot or very cold. In this case, cold. The drink being, you know, brandy. Because that's just where we're at. You know, after Christmas I thought like, alright. Maybe I'll cut down for a while on the alcohol and the sugar. But then I saw the news and I was like, no. That's just not the world we live in right now. Ooh, alcohol. Hell yeah, man, shout out to alcohol. That's kind of been how I've, you know, how I've avoided, like, faking my own death and leaving society in the last couple of months. You know, it's just been keeping me below the threshold of becoming a cryptid. You know, when our teachers like lets me know last minute, like, oh, actually we're, you know, we're doing this exam after all instead of this assignment like I originally planned. You know, like 3 days before the exam happens. I know I said we wouldn't have an exam, but we're gonna have one anyway, so hopefully you all studied. Oh, yeah, sure, great. I did study. But also I have none of the things that I need for the test. See, I needed a calculator for the test, and I also needed this this book for the test that contains all these formulas and whatnot. So that was cool. But hey, I still got a 4 out of 5, so, you know, fuck the odds, I guess. See, that's just one thing you can do. When the odds are against you, you can just beat them. You can just beat them with spite and brandy. That's what I discovered this year. Her teachers sound wonderful. Oh yeah. They are a merry band of people with zero communication skills. I think in the 5 years that I've been at this goddamn school, this torture chamber, if you will, I think like 2 of the teachers have been like fine. The rest have been some flavor of weird or annoying. Like there's always been something wrong with them. Like the one programming teacher who was otherwise fine, but he just like he either didn't know any programming terms or he just chose not to use them. He would just like make up his own words for things. Weird fucking place, man. And I see those posts on Twitter that are like, hey, if you could tell yourself from 5 years ago something, what would it be? I would call that son of a bitch when he's picking a school from the list of places that accepted him. And I would hit him in the head. Not that one. Not that one. Any of the other schools. Better yet, just don't go. You know, just start networking or something. Build your own business. Shit's gonna suck really bad in 5 years. But hey, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Also, I would have told him to move somewhere else. Pick like a different apartment. And I guess I could always move out of this, but... eh. I don't know, I can't be fucked. Also, this is like a really nice apartment. Like it was renovated just before I moved here. I wouldn't want to move out, but these fucking assholes that live below me just make it kinda hard. You know, they just start screaming at each other like just at random times during the day. Or the night, I guess, in this case. Just out of nowhere last night at like fucking 3 in the morning. I just hear like a random fuck. Okay, Jesus, what the hell? Yeah, that was just the starting shot, though. They started fighting. Not physically this time, just yelling. You know, I did get out of bed. I was about to like call the police, but then they suddenly just stopped as quickly as it had started. Five years ago was 2021, buddy. Yeah. So it was, even though it still feels like somebody says 5 years ago, I think like, oh, 2017. Damn, I have become old. I've become an old man who has lost his sense of time. My upstairs neighbor started doing the screaming from 1 to 3 AM. Isn't it wonderful how some people just don't know when to fucking break up? I swear I wanna go there sometime and just fucking grab them like, hey. What is this? What are you doing? You clearly despise each other. You hate each other more than I've hated anybody in my life. Why are you together? Why are you living in the same space? Break up, right now. Either you break up or I'm gonna break you up. Okay, maybe leave the last part out, but you know. You get my point. Oh. See, this is why I don't drink and drive. Those retards had kids as well. Oh, that's so much worse. That sucks. Luckily the ones that live below me don't have kids, but... yeah, that's always fucking terrible. Just two grown-ass people screaming at each other like how much they wanna fucking murder one another. And there's like a fucking four-year-old there. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Man, this place would be so fine otherwise. Like the apartment's nice, everybody else is quiet. Relatively speaking. You know, sometimes one of my older neighbors have their grandkids there, it's, you know, whatever. It's loud on the weekends sometimes, but I don't care. But just these two assholes. They kind of just ruin what would otherwise be like a perfectly good place. Nope. Was too tall. You know, the stores are like a stone's throw away. At least, you know, grocery stores. And hey, you know what? I even got a slight upgrade to my internet too. So that's not really a problem anymore. You know, my connection was bumped up from 50 megabits per second to 100. Although in practice it means it was bumped from 25 to 60, but... you know, that's plenty enough for me. But no, these two fucking... these two pieces of shit. For a while I kind of felt bad for the woman because I thought it was like her husband or boyfriend or whatever is like a unstable drunk, but the more I listen to him, I think it's both. Honestly, I listen to them sometimes. I put my ear to the floor just to like get some context or what the fuck they're doing. why they're being the way they are. Usually it starts with the man being drunk and the woman hitting him. So figure that shit out. And I know the man's drunk because I hear him. I hear him pretty often. He's fucking always throwing up violently. I guess, you know, the woman doesn't like the fact that he's drunk, so she starts smacking him in the fucking head. And that's how it always kicks off. Just two fucking terrible people. So maybe they're kind of the perfect fit for each other in a way. But I would prefer not to have to listen to them. And I don't really know what else I can do to get them out of here. I've called the cops twice on them now. I've told my landlord many a times. And I'm pretty sure many of their their neighbors on the same floor have made complaints. They've called the cops. Why are they still here? Why are they together and why are they still in this building? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm baffled. I am perplexed. I am vexed even. What has to go in their heads to justify staying together? I really don't know, man. Why haven't the cops done anything? I mean, what would the cops do? Besides, like, giving them a fine for, you know, a noise disturbance. I mean, I guess they like helped the guy for a while. They had him in custody for a few days when that one time when he was just straight up throwing hands with this woman. That one time I had to call the cops. Or the first time rather. But yeah, I mean the woman I guess didn't press charges, so here we are. Not much they can do besides that, unless they commit like a more serious crime or if one of them presses charges or something. Yeah, fine or a few days in jail, that's all they can do. Honestly, at this point I'm kinda thinking about like... should I start fucking with them? You know, start employing some psychological warfare or something. But of course I would never do that. That was a joke. Don't take it for anything else. But yeah, I guess we're at 3 hours, so that's probably a good time to wrap this up, because in fact I haven't even eaten dinner yet, and it's fucking almost 1 in the morning. But thankfully I have some chicken in the fridge, so I don't gotta start cooking anything new. I think I'll leave the game running for a bit though, so I can make some extra cash. But yeah, thanks to everybody who stopped by. I very much appreciate it, as always. Oh, one more thing that I had to say. I rewatched Zero Dark 30 over the Christmas season. I forget when because time's a blur. But yeah, I rewatched Zero Dark 30. There's that one scene where Jessica Chastain is yelling at that one CIA guy, telling him that he doesn't know shit about Pakistan or whatever. I'm not sure why, but that scene, that does something for me. And I think I'll leave it at that. So yeah. Good night, everybody. Just gonna leave you with that enigmatic statement. Bye.